and this is a good time. This team is on the right track, and they probably need to hear a new voice after 3 years of the rebuild.
What's going on, guys? Happy Easter. It's your boy Dynamite, and the Detroit Pistons just let go. Well, they didn't let go of Dwane Casey. He is actually moving up. He is going to go into the front office role. It's unknown what role he will have at this point, but he announced himself that this was his last game coaching the team and that he will be moving up into the front office role. So he didn't get fired. He had 1 year left on his deal, and I feel like from a player development standpoint, he did his job well. From a team standpoint of winning, I think that's where the problem came in, especially this year. But Cade went out, and after that happened, they really never recovered. And so the Pistons are going to try to get a new voice in here. I'm thinking there's already a couple names already flying out. Woj reported that Ime Udoka from the Boston Celtics, his name is up there. Scandal, of course, the whole Nia Long thing, I already made jokes about that. I really did not think he would be an option for the Pistons after all that happened, but I think his name being out there is just due diligence, because going from Ime Udoka to Dwane Casey, very different personalities, but the results are promising. Ime Udoka got the Celtics to the finals, so he's got a good resume. Other candidates were Adrian Griffin from the Toronto Raptors. He actually has a son in the league who's on the Atlanta Hawks. He was a rookie. I remember talking about him during draft time last season. But yeah, he's been a name that a lot of people were thinking about. Because he's on that coaching staff with Nick Nurse, who won a championship. So yeah, Adrian Griffin definitely is going to get a lot of looks. Then you have, I think his name is Charles Lee from the Bucks, another guy who's won a championship on the coaching staff with Mike Budenholzer. I actually put him in a video with Kenny Atkinson when I was talking about who the Pistons should go out and get. If they did move on from Dwane Casey, because I kept hearing his name come up, and I was like, yo, who's this Charles Lee guy? And he's a Bucks assistant, so another name there. And then the last one was odd. Let me find it. All right, so the last guy was Chris Quinn from the Miami Heat, and that was a very interesting name because I haven't heard him pop up at all. Okay, so he didn't start coaching for the Heat until 2014, so he has no championship experience, but he is a younger coach. He's only 40, but yeah, he's another name to look out for. That's what Woj is saying. He's saying Chris Quinn has a shot at being the Pistons head coach next season. So those are the four names right now. If you look at James Edwards, beat writer James Edwards, he's saying Jerry Stackhouse is on the table as well, which makes a lot of sense. We've seen Jerry Stackhouse a lot this season, like a lot. So he was coaching Vanderbilt, and he's done pretty well there. So he should get serious considerations for that spot. If the Trailblazers do move on from Chauncey Billups, I think he gets a look. It depends really what the Trailblazers do. I feel like if the Trailblazers were going to get rid of Chauncey, they would have done it by now, because it seems like all the coaches are getting fired just like that. So Dwane Casey's out. Steven Silas is out. I expect Nick Nurse to be out from the Raptors here soon once they get eliminated. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Who's all on the table? Yeah, this season was terrible, but I like what's already happening as we move into the off season. We got another top 5 pick. Cade is coming back. We're gonna have a new coach. All the cap space, the trades that are gonna happen, is going to be a lot of movement. We're finally going to see. It feels like the new era of the Pistons officially begins now, because Dwane Casey was with the old regime. He was a coach when we still had Blake Griffin and Derrick Rose. He was like the last remnant of that Pistons era. And now he's moving up to the into a front office role. So it's good for Dwane Casey. I think he's built more for that. I'm sure he wants to, he said he wants to be a teacher. So I'm sure he'll still have his front office role and be teaching at some point as well. So he'll probably try to do both at the same time, knowing him. But yeah, the Pistons are looking good. We're looking great, guys. We're looking great. All right, we got a whole lot of new stuff. All right, we got a lot of new toys coming. We got a new coach. We got new players. It's going to be fun. And of course, I got more videos coming out on this draft. I already did Cam Whitmore. I already did Anthony Black. Those two players are pretty hype. They had their flaws, of course, as all draft picks do. And of course, I'm going to get to the rest of them hopefully before the lottery comes, because I want to get this draft cycle done with, because we got other stuff to get to. We got Cade coming back. We got Dwane Casey, his replacement, who that will be. So lots to look forward to this offseason. All right, once again, shout out to everyone rocking with the channel still. We're gonna be back to regular uploads, like I just said. And yeah, also remember to hit that like button, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.